Why do we keep the bacon fat? Because it's delicious. Hey everyone, I'm Marisol, and today we'll be making 3 incredible braised chicken dishes. We'll start with one base recipe, then we'll do small tweaks, changing out the Campbell's broth to create entirely new dishes. Let's get started. So we've preheated the oven to 350, and I've seasoned these chicken legs with salt and pepper. So I'm gonna add a bit of oil to this pan. So my oil is hot, and I'm going to sear this pre-seasoned chicken. Skin side down first. Let's hear it sizzle. Because we have 5 to 6 minutes here, we can season the other side of this chicken. A bit more pepper, and a bit more salt. And it's starting to smell so good in here, and it's nice and golden. We can flip it on the other side for 1 minute. This doesn't need to be cooked through. Our next step is just setting these aside on the plate. So now that we've seared off our chicken and we have all these nice tasty bits at the bottom of our pan, we're gonna add some onion and garlic. I can hear you. So we're gonna cook this off a bit until it's translucent and fragrant. Let's add a nice splash of Chardonnay. And we'll reduce the wine a tiny bit, so give it a few minutes. This is why we're doing it all in one pan, so that there's more flavor. So we've got the flavor of the chicken, we have onion and garlic, and we've added a bit of Chardonnay. So to this pan, we're gonna add 1 cup of Campbell's chicken broth with roasted garlic. This is really gonna enhance the flavors. So I turned up the heat on this, and we're going to add 1 nice dollop of pesto. Mix it in, and we're going to bring this up to a gentle boil. So our broth is nice and hot, and we'll return the chicken to the pan. Put these chicken legs in, skin side facing up, and we're gonna top the chicken with nice vine tomatoes just to add a tiny bit of acidity. Voila, and off to the oven we go. And we're gonna leave that in the oven for about 40 minutes. Our chicken is cooked through, and we've reduced the sauce a tiny bit. This smells amazing. Wasn't this easy? We're just gonna change up the broth and create an entirely new dish. So I've gone ahead and seared that chicken. We're back to step 1. Now we're gonna create a whole new dish. I'm gonna start by adding a bit of garlic and some ginger. Some nice flavors going on here. So we're just gonna move this around in the pan a bit, add some carrots, add some onion, give it a stir. We're just gonna cook that down for a few minutes, and we're gonna add the broccoli. We gave these veggies a stir, and we're going to add 1 cup of Campbell's Thai chicken broth. For our next step, we'll add some coconut milk. And to really punch up the flavor, we're gonna add a bit of Thai curry paste. So we're gonna add these chicken legs, and it's ready to go in the oven. And let it cook for about 40 minutes. We reduced the sauce for about 4 to 5 minutes. And you can see that with just a few tweaks and a new broth, we have an entirely new dish. But guess what? I have another dish for you. All right, final recipe. Just like the other recipes, we already seared off our chicken. We'll start by adding to our hot pan some bacon. Hear it sizzle. Again, we're layering flavors. We have the tasty chicken bits in here, and we're adding the bacon. Is there anything better than the smell of bacon? It's getting crispy. So we're just gonna set this bacon aside and keep the fat. So next we're gonna add mushroom and garlic and have that sweat for about 4 minutes. So I'm gonna add more mushroom trio. Once we've given this a nice mix, we can add the garlic, and we'll give it a stir again. We're just gonna cook down these mushroom a tiny bit, and you see that the garlic is getting nice and fragrant. Then we're gonna add the broth. I'm gonna add 1 cup of Campbell's mushroom broth. This will add richness and a deep umami flavor. So let's start with the bacon, adding this back into our dish, and adding our chicken. We're just gonna send this in the oven for about 40 minutes, and we're done. So I reduced the sauce for about 4 to 5 minutes, added a splash of cream, and there you go. Delicious umami flavors in a rich velvety sauce. All right, this is my favorite part, the taste test. Let's dig in. You can really taste how this chicken was simmered in this broth. It brings out the spices so nicely. All right, what about this guy? This dish is deep, earthy, and delicious. Heading over here, it all comes together. The tomatoes, the lemon, the nice caramelization on the garlic. These were 3 incredible dishes made with really simple ingredients. Remember, when you change the broth, you change the dish. Thanks for joining me today. And if you try this, let me know how it turns out.